Hey everyone, and welcome back to Maybelline's Makeup Loft. My name is Jazz, and for today's video I'm doing something a little different. I'm doing this soft glam type makeup look on a client. So this is my beautiful friend Ruby. So I've just done this really soft yet full coverage makeup look that you can just wear anywhere. You can wear it casually, you can wear it out. I just love the way it looks and how glowy her skin is. So if you'd like to see how I create it, then just keep on watching. So for brows, I'm taking the Maybelline Master Brow Palette and just lightly filling in her brows. Now I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Light, just on a concealer brush and just using that just directly underneath the brows to define them a little bit more, and then at the end I go ahead to put the remainder all over her lid, and that will act as an eyelid base. Then I'm just taking the Maybelline Loose Powder just to set the eyelids in place, just to make sure the eyeshadow blends really seamlessly. Now taking the Maybelline Nudes palette, I'm taking this brown shade right here, and I'm just using that as a transition color. I've pretty much just put this all over the lid eventually, so I just like worked it into the crease at first, and then I just blew it out onto the lid as well. Then taking the highlight and bronzing palette, I'm taking the gold shade. I always use this as an eyeshadow, and I'm just using that in the inner corners of her eyes. Then taking the burgundy bar palette and this gorgeous champagne color, I'm just adding that into the inner corners. Then going in with the nudes palette again, I'm taking the matte black just on a narrow brush and just using that to really work into her lash line, just because I didn't really want to use a harsh liquid liner. I just wanted to make it really nice and soft. Then for mascara, I'm taking the new Gigi Hadid mascara and just coating her lashes. I love this mascara, it works so well. And then onto base, I'm taking the Superstay primer and just popping that all over her face just with a beauty blender. Then I'm mixing both the 24-hour Superstay foundation and the Matte and Poreless in 310 and putting that all over her face just with a damp beauty blender. Then to conceal underneath her eyes, I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Light. I'm placing that underneath her eyes, chin, cupid's bow, on her forehead and down the bridge of her nose, and then blending it all in with a damp beauty blender. So now I'm using a technique called baking. I'm using the Maybelline Loose Powder in the shade 1, I'm pretty sure this is the lightest one, putting that on my sponge and really pressing that into the concealer just so it doesn't crease throughout the day. Then I'm just taking the rest and popping that all over her face to set her foundation. Then going back in with the nudes palette, I'm taking the brown and just using that to smoke out her lower lash line. Then I'm just gently brushing away the excess powder from underneath the eyes from the baking that we did earlier. Then I'm just applying some more mascara on her bottom lashes as well. For bronzer, I'm taking the Master Bronzing Kit, just swirling all 3 or 4 shades together and just using that on an angled brush and just popping that in the hollows of her cheekbones and just really bronzing up her face with it. So now we're going to do some more baking. I'm taking some more of that loose powder on the sponge and just doing a line directly underneath the bronzer. So what you're going to want to do for a guide for this is going from the top of your ear all the way to the side of your mouth. So that's where you want to draw the line. And then I'm going in with the blush palette and I'm just popping that on her apples of her cheeks and bringing it back to her temples. Then taking the gorgeous gold out of the Master Bronze highlighting and bronzing kit, and just popping that on the highest points of her face, so on her cheekbone area, underneath her brows, above her brows, and on her cupid's bow, tip of her nose, and the bridge of her nose. Then I'm taking the lip pencil in the shade Raisin and just using that to line her lips. Then going in with the Color Jolt lipstick in the shade Strip Down. This is literally my favorite. I use it all the time, and just filling in her lips with this. Then setting her face all in place with the Master Fix setting spray, and that is the final look done. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, learnt some new tips and tricks. Don't forget to stay subscribed to Maybelline's Makeup Loft for more videos, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.